Well, I guess we must be rolling.
Yo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Zulu Cast, episode 11. Today we will be discussing Trisha Paytas. I am your host, Alan, and I am joined by my co host, Creek.
Yo,
Max.
Greetings.
Returning the great
The
Mia.
capper.
Hi.
Been a long time, Mia. It's been a long
Yeah, house.
time.
I didn't even know there was 11 episodes of this. I'm not gonna lie.
But we've been
Fake.
going crazy, growing incrementally. We're taking off, and we have we always introduce these new guys. They come in, they try it out. They're not tough enough to stick around, and we got yet another one of them today. We have Milk.
Boo.
greetings, guys. How's it going? How's it going? How's
Milk,
it
Milk,
going?
you better not fuck the episode up. Or,
Yeah, Milk.
or else.
Be professional, Milk. Be professional.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Who the fuck is Trisha Paytas?
Oh, that's an actual really tough question because, to most, she's just some girl on the internet. Fame from YouTube, moved to TikTok, but that's not even the truth, guys. Okay? This whole time, she's just someone who likes to cling to fame overall. It doesn't really matter. Wherever she can find fame, that's where she's gonna be. She's been on Dr. Phil, I could be wrong about that. But she's been on Ellen, America's Got Talent, all of these things just to cling to any type of fame that she can get. She's just someone who strives and tries to fulfill her life with fame. That's all that she really cares about.
Wasn't she on My Strange Addiction for the spray tan
Yes,
thing?
yes, she was on My Strange Addiction.
So it's
pretty much
anything that has anything to do with clout. Trisha's there.
Yes, but
She's
she can get
showing
clout
up.
from that. Exactly. That's exactly.
All publicity's good publicity for Trisha.
That's exactly her mindset. You're not wrong.
And what was her childhood like?
She
I know she talks
know
about
her
her
dad.
dad.
Yeah, she definitely has some daddy issues in there.
I know she had a couple accusations that she did some sexual activity with some
She
of her
would
teachers.
never. I couldn't see Trisha doing something like that. That's fucked up. I could never see her being sexual, bro.
Is that true, Mia? She doing the no-no with her teachers?
Oh, she's been doing the no-no. She used to be an escort, like a prostitute type vibe. She used to be a escort, yeah, back in the day. But she's moved on to OnlyFans now.
I mean, can you guys just imagine if your daughter was an escort? Wouldn't that just break your heart?
Yeah, it would.
I think part of Trisha's thing is she didn't really feel like she had any parents' hearts to break.
Why was that?
She got crippling daddy issues.
Oh yeah, Trisha.
Never had, a secure, she's never really had a secure home environment, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So basically,
She
was born.
I think she has an album called Daddy Issues, guys. I just
Get
looked it up.
No way.
It's an EP.
So she was born. Then I think she had rich parents. Or at least her dad was rich or some shit, right? And she was moving all the time. And she had an unstable childhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then from there it was escort to YouTube. When did the transition happen? She became a YouTube superstar, Mia.
She's been on YouTube for forever, pretty much, as long as YouTube's been a thing. But she really came to her YouTube fame. I don't know the exact year, but around the time that Shane Dawson started picking up. Because Shane Dawson and Trisha kind of grew together.
I thought that it was from David Dobrik.
Okay. Because of how you gotta look at this, because she's had two different risings of YouTube. She had her first era, which I would call the Shane Dawson era. And then she had the David Dobrik era.
Yeah, it gave her a new wave of fame, I think, because I think she had kind of she wasn't irrelevant, but she kind of slowly faded away from the public eye, and then I think the whole thing with David happened, and then recently with Frenemies, I think she gained a whole new audience of people that wouldn't normally.
Pretty much her whole entire YouTube career, she's been latching off of someone else.
Exactly. She's a
So
clout
she just
chaser.
takes other people's fucking attention.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trisha Paytas, basically, just a piece of fucking shit. Horrible human being. I think that's the consensus here. At least that's my opinion. Mia, do you think Trisha Paytas is a likable character?
I think Trisha Paytas has redeemable qualities. However, I do think that she is manipulative. I think that she needs to work on herself. I think that there's more bad than good that she currently puts out in the world.
I would agree with that.
Okay. Creek and Milk, do you guys know of Trisha Paytas? What's your guys' opinion of this Trisha girl?
Yeah,
Uh,
I've heard about Trisha Paytas a few times on the internet. She seems like a chill person, very out of the box, very colorful, and very controversial. My cup of tea. But honestly, she's a very funny person, and I don't think anything she does is serious. I think she's just an ironic
Yeah.
idol.
But she, I almost feel like crosses over. It like crosses over. Is it irony or is it not irony? You know,
it's not.
she trans. But she's self-aware to the point where it is kind of irony, but at the same time, it's this weird. I don't know.
I feel like since how long she's been on social media, she's forced to see herself ironically because no one else will take her seriously other than
So you don't think she's
herself.
actually like aware of?
No, she's
I-
just being. I feel like she's aware because of her audience.
Oh, that would make sense because
Yeah.
it would
Yeah.
add to the narrative that she just wants clout, because if she's self-aware about it, like that will be appealing to an
She's
audience.
catering to the audience, doing what
Yes.
the audience wants of her. Exactly.
I see.
I enjoy it. I like watching it. It makes me happy.
She is entertaining. Like, I mean, like morally aside, she's an entertaining internet personality.
It's hard to tell what her genuine motive is. Though.
Yes, and I think that's part of the appeal with her, because it's
Yeah.
like you are like, with me at least, I'm trying to figure her out. Like, I'm like, is she trolling? Is she being for real? Is she somewhere in between? You don't really know.
1,000%. Well, the thing is, she admits to saying that this is all trolling, but like, is that even true?
Yeah, like yeah.
I think it kind of piggybacks off of what like Milk was saying. It's like she just happens to know her audience. Everyone else is like making fun of her, so now she's like, "Oh, you guys aren't making fun of me. You guys aren't laughing at me. You're laughing with me." But I don't
Yeah.
think that's necessarily the case.
Well, and I think there's moments where she gets really upset when people are coming at her or stuff like that. So like, I don't know that she's all the way self-aware, but like partially. But I think Milk's right. I think it's more of just a clout thing. Like, she's self-aware because it caters to the audience.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about her fallout with Ethan Klein?
I'm
It
gonna
was
be honest.
inevitable.
Yeah, that number one. Number two, though, I didn't watch all of Frenemies. I used to watch Frenemies like every single week it would come out. I'd be watching it, but towards the end, it was just a lot. Like, it was a lot to keep up with.
Because there's always something happening. There was like, especially towards the end, it was just drama almost every week.
Well, my thing isn't even just about the fact that it was a fallout with Ethan Klein. It's the fact that that's her like pretty much like brother-in-law.
Yeah, they're
kinda?
family now.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized with Trisha especially, it's not really trolling or as like, because some people I think thought at first it was like she was staging stuff, but like I think that proves it to you right there. Like, that's they're now family, and there was this giant fallout.
I mean, like, yeah, she completely tore a gap in between
Moses and Ela.
Moses and Ila. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, is Moses? Is he sussy?
Yes,
That's not
I was okay. So honestly, okay, I'm like I've been an H3 fan. I really recognize like there's a lot to criticize about H3, but I mean I keep up with his content, and yeah, no, when they first introduced Moses, I really thought the whole Moses and Trisha thing was fake. I thought it was just like for clout and just like a meme, because Moses was like, I don't know, becoming more comfortable being on the internet and wanting to grow his thing because he had a whole thing going on.
I don't think that Moses necessarily rocks with Trisha that much. Like, I know they're
Ah,
married.
well,
I don't
okay,
know.
so
I
there,
respectfully disagree. I think they're a lovely
Really?
couple.
no,
I
because
don't know
there's
from the video. From the
drama with his previous relationships where he's like treated girls like really bad. Apparently, there's this whole thing about like Moses being a really bad person too.
Isn't there stuff about like Trisha abusing Moses?
I haven't heard that, but I mean, like, I wouldn't be shocked if that relationship is extremely unhealthy.
But it
No,
also,
there was.
yeah, because I remember there being like a bruise or something on Moses from Trisha. I don't remember the full details. And I'm pretty sure that she like admitted to it. But then also like Moses was like cheating on her. At
Yeah,
one point.
well,
Ow!
I think
I'm sorry,
that's
my bunny just bit me.
I think that's the accusations that he had with his previous relationship was that he was cheating. And
Yeah.
and stuff. So I
you
An
know,
unfaithful guy. So is it the common archetype of a borderline and a narcissist attracting one another? Is that what's happening?
I don't
Is
know enough
Moses
about
a narcissist?
Moses to say that
Yeah.
he's a narcissist, but I mean, I wouldn't be shocked.
I would say
Because
the same, but also it's obviously Trisha has some sort of a personality disorder, whether it be borderline or whatever. But I don't see Trisha ever really like accepting fault for anything.
Well, and that's
So-
like her thing is she never is like, "Oh, I fucked up."
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to be like, I don't know necessarily that she doesn't have any narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah, but I feel like people with BPD can like exhibit some what would be perceived as narcissistic tendencies. Some like I don't. Am I wrong in saying that? Or like somebody
No.
who's extremely codependent.
No, you're not. You're not wrong in saying that.
So no, it's
Okay, yeah.
definitely interesting.
So a lot of her history has been explained by her having borderline personality disorder. And it's ranged from behaviors like addiction to intimacy. I think we would definitely say that. Because I don't have a problem with like hookup culture per se. But I do think it's problematic when there's like a draw to do it and you get like addicted off of the
Yeah.
high off doing it. And it seems like she's addicted to the high off there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she got some sort of a plastic surgery to like make her pussy tighter. Can I say pussy on this?
No.
Oh.
I'm
Whoops.
kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But
Pussy,
That word's
pussy,
banned from
pussy,
the Zulu guys.
pussy. Yeah, it's things like that. It's lying. Like, let's be honest, bro. A lot of this shit, like, she's lied at some point. Okay, we can have a semantic conversation about where exactly she lied. Do we have a consensus that Trisha has a tendency to lie, though?
Yeah, I think I think sometimes in her reality, she's saying like the way she's perceiving reality, she's telling the truth from how she's perceiving it. But I do think like she'll straight up lie. Yeah,
I
she's a
don't
dishonest
know.
person.
I mean, we'll talk about this later, but I don't know if she really has a perception of reality or if she's just like ran by urges. Also, like she has like an obsession with drama, which this was my personal problem with Trisha Paytas during the whole like H3 time, and Ethan Klein as well during that time. And I guess I haven't watched Ethan Klein in a while, so I don't know if he's still like this, but I guess you could still apply this to him. Like she had a lot of these like enemies was just built off of, in a sense, it was just built off of like moral disgust. Other characters on YouTube doing bad shit.
But she was hypocritical in a lot of it.
Oh god,
Yeah,
there's
that's
so
my
many
point.
clips of her being like the most hypocritical human being
Yeah.
on planet Earth.
That's my point. So I don't know if she was ran by like I don't know if she was ran by morality and that's what disgusted her, or if she was just stimulated by talking about that sort of content. Not to say that she's like a holistically immoral person, but I would coincide that with BPD as well, because I would just like people with BPD. It's not inevitable that they're going to lie. But I would just coincide like this addiction to an emotional roller coaster with BPD, or just feeling like you're existing in an emotional roller coaster of BPD. Is that fair? Am I overstepping the boundaries in saying that, or does that align to your guys' awareness of BPD?
I would agree.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So like this is my theory on Trisha. She said I actually pulled this up because she's like expressed that she's had a multitude of mental disorders. She said that she's had bipolar before. She says that she's had chronic depression. She says that she's had borderline personality disorder, multiple personality disorder or dissociative identity disorder, and also has said that she has like light schizophrenia or something like that. And it seems like she kind of like romanticizes these labels to a degree.
I
And
think you could be right to an extent. I will say though, most people, and most like therapists in general, they won't even go as far to diagnose BPD because it's a very hard thing to necessarily diagnose, and a lot of times it's misdiagnosed at first. It's just like, oh, like just regular bipolar depression and stuff like that. So that one's not that big of a jump to say, oh, I had this, now I have this, like all that. But she never had DID, I don't believe. Like that was just I don't know, because this is what I'm saying, like when it's hard to tell when she's genuine or not. Because at first she's like, okay, I actually have this. She made a video on it. People started like make fun of her, so then she just trolled the whole situation. That's what she says, but like it's very hard to tell what's true and what's not from what comes out of her now, pretty much.
yeah, I don't think if she says she has one of those, that means that she can't have another one of those.
Yeah.
But we'll just go along with the BPD archetype because also like I have my own dislike towards the modern DSM, and I'm probably the most avid person here against just labeling somebody with a mental illness and throwing them away as if like that holistically defines them. But we'll just go with the BPD label. I feel as if Trisha just like lacks a core self, like just lacks a core identity, and it's hard to identify what you are. So I think that we can all relate to this problem that she's having in a sense. But I feel as if like she like you could say like you have this philosophical problem of not being able to identify exactly what you are. That's different from having an absence of a feeling at all of who you are, because I would say most of us live with an intuition of who we are. She kind of just like, I feel as if like this is dumbing it down, her process, but she just looks at these like labels that are trendy and she's like, oh, I'm that. Oh, that like sort of explains this problem. And I like my point saying that isn't just to say like, oh, this is a problem with Trisha. I think this is a problem with the way that we self-actualize in general as people, because many of us are like reading shit like, for example, my mom last week told me that I had like opposites disorder or something when I was a kid. And I'm like, what's that? And she was like, oh, I just learned about it on TikTok. It's a disorder where you just like say you want the opposite of something that somebody else tells you should want. And I'm like,
I feel like that's just what a kid does.
yeah. And that's my point, is like we're just like giving like any like problem that comes up as a natural result of living. We're saying that this is a mental illness. And when you put the label of mental illness on you, it makes it seem as if this isn't a complex that naturally developed, but instead it's just this mystical thing that's occurring in your head and producing a result, and we're not sure of the cause, and it's just something that you have to live with. So it's not necessarily helpful because it makes people it literally by definition makes people feel as if there's no action that they can take to reverse the negative effects of said illness that they're being pushed with against. So I feel as if like this era we're living of in general of people identifying themselves with the DSM is problematic. Like it's not just Trisha, but anybody who's like, oh, I'm borderline and this explains everything about me. I think that thought pattern in general is a problem.
Trying to like gather my thoughts, because obviously she does do the whole I have this mental illness, and it tends to be something that's trending on the internet at this time. But I feel like this is a newer trend since TikTok has arose, where people talk about their mental illnesses, and then people claim that they have them based off of like these little like 15-second snippets that they see. But I don't know if Trish is necessarily just doing this because, oh, it's a mental health thing, or if she's just been doing this her whole life in other ways. When you look at her clinging to like having a fake, what's it called? Like tanning addiction.
What's that?
And she used to, she was on My Strange Addiction and basically said that she was addicted to self-tanning and stuff like that. But she never actually was. She just did it for the show. She just did it for the clout. And same thing with like reading fast. She like, I think it was to get on like Ellen or something. So she's always done like these things that aren't her. She knows it's not really her, just to be able to claim to some sort of fame. And that was even back before. Fame is a lot easier to claim to now than it was in the early 2000s. Because in the early 2000s, you didn't have TikTok. And then when YouTube started, it wasn't necessarily easy, but if you could get the YouTube clout, okay, whatever. But now that TikTok's a thing, like it's even easier than YouTube was. And it's just easier and easier to cling to all the trends. And I feel like that's what she does, is she just clings to whatever trend there is and whatever there can be. And I don't think it's necessarily always just been a mental health clinging.
Yeah. Creek, I'm interested in your perspective because I think you're the only person in here I know who's read psychoanalysis books in their free time. And not to say like you just steal somebody else's concept or steal somebody else's theory, but I feel as if you might have your own idea. From what do you think would cause this problem of just over-identifying with these passing things, or just even like, why would somebody even desire to want to be defined by these random ass like concepts that just come and go?
What do you mean, like Trisha Paytas? So how does she like? Because I like need a little background on her. Because like, do you mean in terms of like trends that she likes to attach herself to trends that are like they're like current within pop culture? Is that what you mean, or what do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you mean
but
by that?
it's not just like it's not just like she likes to do things that's trendy. It's like she likes to identify with things like Mia just said. Like I'd be interested to see her in her early history to see what else she was doing this with. But like Mia said, she was on like the strange addictions things for a fake addiction, saying that she was addicted to tanning. She's also said, like I said, she's like identified herself as like every popular mental illness: bipolar, BPD, chronic depression, schizo, multiple personality disorder. She said that she's gender fluid, and I know there's a whole debate on the validity of that, and I'm not going to be the person to assert whether or not she's actually gender fluid, but there is an argument there that she's claiming she is because it is something that's like trendy. So why do you think anybody would even want to identify themselves with all these passing waves?
Well, I think number one, I think there definitely is something wrong with her. Like, I don't think she's healthy.
Yeah.
So just, I mean, moving forward from there, like the fact that she like claims to have like all these mental illnesses, I mean, it seems just as she's looking for attention, right? I mean, why else? Like, I mean, that paired with the fact that she has like this desire to follow like whatever trend is hot, and I mean, and that porno, like, I feel like it's like. I feel like it's so obvious that she's just looking for attention and she wants to stay relevant. I mean, this isn't even like a unique take, but I mean, it just seems like obvious from her like demeanor and the way she acts. And I can just say like, I think she's like a very proactive person. I think she has like a good work ethic, but he kind of sucks. Like, she's not interesting. She's not an interesting person. Like, so she has to be like. No, I'm just saying. Like, I don't think there's any. I mean,
that. I don't agree that she's like a not interesting person.
I agree with it in a sense. I agree with it in a sense because the things that she does are interesting. But who is Trisha Paytas? You couldn't answer that.
Oh, no, I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean in that sense. But I mean, like, as a personality, I think she's like, because you're like, what the fuck?
It's debatable, but go on.
And that's her brand, though. She's supposed to be that way.
Yeah, like, exactly. I feel like she's that one like friend that you have, like, or like an ex that does like all these shocking things like to keep you interested. And she's like, "Oh, I'm pregnant, so you can't leave me." So she'll like, she'll like make up all these like weird scenarios so that you can like she can like stay within like your reality. But there's like nothing like just a quirk or like trait about her that makes her a person that you'd want to keep around apart from all these like shocking things she does that like make her stand out from other people?
I mean,
That's my
but
take
her
on her.
shock value has always been her thing. She was pretty like racist back, and I mean, I'm sure she still is. I mean, no, she still is racist. I don't even want to say like I'm sure she still is. Like, I would say she's still racist to this day. But back in like her earlier YouTube days, like I'm talking like the Shane Dawson-ish era, she was doing all those like weird like Hello Kitty like Korean like I don't know exactly like whatever it was. She did blackface at one point, but she would just like cling to these like racial identities that weren't hers either.
It's not sustainable though. Like I think there's so many YouTube channels where like the creator is just so creative that you can see their development. Or like just or Ethan Klein, like he used to make like all those like his videos have developed like in a weird way. Like now he does podcasts and it's like okay, there's something like interesting about him that people have attached to. But her, like, how long can you like be shocking for? Like, because after she's done like one shocking thing, it's like okay, like I'm bored of like Trisha Paytas now. She has to do another shocking thing for like people like to like still have that interest and like invest their time into her. So I mean, how long can you do that for? It's kind of like really unsustainable, in my opinion. But
yeah, I don't know. It somehow sustained her though. Like she's made a living off of this.
she's dying. I mean, like who the fuck? I don't know any. But like, who knows Trisha Paytas?
Like, what is Trisha Paytas
she's
dying, bro? I did not know this.
No,
Not dying. I
no.
mean, her career
Dying
is,
like social media. Like
Yeah, her
but I
career is
do
dying.
think part of it is she has calmed down almost. Like she
Exactly, that's my point.
got pregnant, and all of a sudden,
pregnant.
like her life is.
I feel so scared for that child.
Yeah.
I feel like her life is normal now because she's like that's her brand right now is that she's calmed down, but just give it like 6 months to a year.
But then
Yeah,
also
okay. I looked up. I want your guys' take on this. I looked up Trisha Paytas personality type, and it said ESFP.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was
that makes
about to like yeah, no, that makes sense.
I think that makes sense. I feel like she's intuitive because she had like intuitive
What?
sense of humor. Yeah, she had like because bro, not every intuitive is like the shit, but she had like intuitive sense of humor on Frenemies. I don't know. She seems like a ENFJ or ENFP to me, but I guess maybe I just think that she's smarter than you guys think she is. Do you guys think she's dumb?
Yes.
no.
I don't think she's dumb at all.
I think she's
been very well
calculated.
Yes and
but-
no. Yes and no.
I mean, she's
What do you
playing
mean?
dumb. Obviously, she's playing dumb.
I think
for
she
her
plays
audience.
into it. Yeah.
Okay, but the thing.
Genuinely dumb though.
What an argument. Something that like interests me about Trisha Paytas is they're like sort of like borderline manipulation she does. She does like Creek said, like the bad ex that like does all this stark shit to get your attention. People are like more permissive to people with borderline personality disorder doing that because they say like well they don't have any self-esteem, so like we feel bad for them. But my whole thing is like the reason that I have trouble sympathizing with it, other than maybe I'm just not a very sympathetic person, is that it seems as if like when people with borderline personality do this, because one of my close friends had a kid with a girl who's borderline, and when people with borderline personality do this, like they know that people would say shit like that before they do these like episodes. It's very calculated, the things they do to control people, like the love bombing shit, and then making you feel like you're gonna miss out on so much if you leave, or like getting you stuck in somehow, some way, and then all of a sudden they're just a fucking monster unleashing on you, and then they want you back so they can like love bomb you again, like that whole cycle. Like, and I'm not like, my point isn't that people with BPD are monsters, because in a sense I don't even believe in BPD. I think it's a complex that you can outdevelop, and I know that's a controversial claim. I don't think they're bad people, but I do think people are permissive when they do shit like that.
I mean, yes, when the default for all her actions is crying on her bathroom floor. Like whenever she does something like horrible, she's always crying, and then everyone's accepting her apology, or it's not accepting, they're mocking her. So it's like she's not taken seriously at all in the YouTube community. She's just
Yeah,
a
she's very
laughing stock.
intended when she does that shit because you guys remember when she when frenemies folded out and the consensus was that she was the one in the wrong. She made several videos crying
On
about
Ethan's
how
line.
Ethan did her dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were viewed, and she profited, and it was obviously well thought out. And don't blame her. I would have done the same thing. Just kidding.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a lot of people do. I think people know that their problems, or they could be dismissed of responsibility if they just say that they have a mental illness. But if they're conscious enough to do that, I feel like they're conscious enough to fix their behaviors. So in a sense, in an ultimate sense, I just think Trisha Paytas is a hedonist who's choosing to do immoral
Yeah.
things.
I
I've
think that
never.
she's a very unhealthy person who would put people who don't like. I think that she finds too much validation in strangers. You know what I mean? Um, where she'll sacrifice her deeper relationships in her life just to have the whole world on her side.
That's a really good point.
But she also doesn't have many deep lasting relationships, which is something that unfortunately can happen when you have babies.
I think what I'd enjoy seeing from Trisha Paytas is like some humility, or just like a normal human being without having to like do much. Because then I feel like she'd have an engaging audience, but then she'd lose like the people that are there for like shock value, whatever. But
I'd like to see her take a break from even posting on social media.
I'd be down for a family channel. I'd be down for
Honestly,
Trisha Paytas family channel.
I don't really
Get it?
I don't know how much I F with family channels. I think they're exploitative and not
That's the
great.
point.
But so is
But
capitalism,
that's
queen.
something that
So is
she's definitely
Yeah,
gonna
capitalism.
that's
do.
the whole
So is
thing.
capitalism, girl.
We're talking about Trisha Paytas and her YouTube, and then family channels. That's what's gonna. Hopefully, that's what it turns out.
That's what I feel like it's gonna do. Well, especially because I mean, I'm a little confused on the pregnancy, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. Why
Because
didn't she just abort it?
no, not that. She as long as I've known of Trisha Paytas, which has been probably well over 10 years at this point, she has struggled with infertility. She had
That's what. Yeah, I was.
she
Yeah, I
had
was
really
confused
bad
too.
gonorrhea. That was this is just it. She had bad gonorrhea. It was never diagnosed. It was too late. She became infertile from it, I guess.
Do we know
Um
that's true though?
I mean, it's been
Moses saved her.
stop. But it's been one of her most consistent stories. Because not
Yeah.
everything with her has been consistent, but this one has been consistent without a flaw until she suddenly gets married and pregnant, right after.
Am I the only one that knows the story of her saying that she had sex with one of her teachers?
No, I
Yeah.
know
Anybody else
exactly
know
what
the
you're talking
story?
about. I know. I
Okay,
know.
and then she said that she told people you could go look up the teacher, and then everybody looked up the teacher, and it showed that he didn't do any of that shit. And then she tried to retract it and say that it was somebody else, but I'm sure that's just one example of an egregious lie that she had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me ask you guys a question. I was gonna ask do we think there's any redeemable characteristics of Trisha Paytas? And I'm sure you guys will say yes, and we'll have that conversation. Let's go deeper. Do any of you guys resonate or identify with Trisha Paytas? Do you see yourselves in Trisha Paytas?
No.
No? Question mark? I don't know. I feel like I have felt similarly about I feel like I've had similar thoughts to her, but not to the degree that she has them, and I wouldn't want to continue to be an unhealthy person. If I were to see myself having exactly the same thoughts as her, I'd want to change it. So I feel like that's the big difference, so I don't really identify with her.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't identify with Trisha Paytas.
Creek, you don't see yourself in Trisha?
No.
I see freaking Trisha. If you know what I'm
What?
saying.
I do.
If you know what I'm saying.
I have
Pete.
no idea what you're saying. No, Trisha Paytas. She kind of sucks. I don't really think we have anything in common.
Okay, we're gonna Creek. You're gonna answer this question first. Are there
Okay.
any redeemable characteristics to Trisha Paytas?
I think I said earlier that she has a good work ethic, but there's a lot of people who had a good work ethic that were terrible people.
Is she
So
pretty?
I mean, that's no.
I think Trisha's pretty.
You think
I
that
don't think
Trisha
so.
is socially savvy, Creek?
In a way, yeah, I think she knows how to talk to people, but she's also toxic. So,
Okay. Yeah, she is a Gemini. Do you think
mm.
that you would enjoy playing Connect 4 with Trisha Paytas? Would you have a fun time?
No, but I feel like she'd cheat. Like,
What?
How do you cheat and connect for?
you can't trust me. I don't trust her. She doesn't look like a
Frequent-
trustworthy person.
I feel like she's definitely the type to cheat in Monopoly, but I don't know.
Everyone cheats in Monopoly. Let's be honest. That
Whoa,
game is
I've
way
never
too
cheated in
fucking long.
Monopoly a day in my life.
Definitely did
Besides
when I was a
when
kid.
Okay.
I remember one time where I just ran that bitch, bro. I cheated like a motherfucker because the game's just too long. Anyways, does anybody else?
Yeah, it does
Can y'all
take
say something?
fucking. It takes forever.
Takes days. Can y'all say something nice about Trisha Paytas? Like,
She's entertaining. Like, I don't know.
would you kiss her on the lips, Max?
No.
No.
Okay, Milk.
Yo.
Say some good shit about Trisha.
I don't think this is gonna be a bad mom. I know I'm not milk, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Honestly, entertaining when she wants to be. Yeah.
Okay, let's put it this way. Peanut Gallery. Creek versus Trisha Paytas in a fight. Who's winning?
What?
Creek.
I would beat her ass.
Cat. I think
Yeah.
Trisha
Never
Paytas
mind.
is
Never
whooping
mind.
Creek.
Trisha, just because Creek said that.
Y'all don't think Trisha Paytas could beat the shit out of Creek?
I would beat her ass, to be honest.
I
No.
think are we talking about like a physical fight?
Physical fight, like UFC.
Like she's stomping
Locked
on
in the
him.
fucking ring.
Like,
I don't think Trisha would be capable of it. So I'm gonna
What?
so you're anti-woman?
Yeah, you're saying women can't fight?
No, I'm saying Trisha Paytas can't fight.
How do you know that?
I don't, but I can just see her I can see it starting and then her just pulling back so quick and playing the victim. And being like, you can't do this to me, I'm frail. But she's
I
really
don't know, it would be so funny if Trisha Paytas was like on her floor crying, making videos about Creek being toxic.
He hit me in the stomach while I was still pregnant. No. Why are you?
We don't even want to bring up Creek. I know Creek's pretty toxic. We don't want to bring up Creek's history on this fucking podcast. Anyways, Creek's done some shady things. Look him up, everybody. Go look up Creek Jones. Go look up Creek Jones in Brazil. All right, so I think we had a video that we wanted to review today.
Oh gosh.
Commentators can. I don't care who does it. Multiple people, guys. We have a Trisha Paytas porno video. And we're going to give it a fair shake. We're going to give it a fair commentary. We can't show it.
I'm going to whip it out. I'm going to whip it out.
As for our patrons, Max is going to watch it.
I have it too.
I'm gonna mute my phone to watch this, but give me
Okay, Milk, open this and commentate it for us.
Alright, so
Somebody send it to
I'm
me.
opening.
It's in general.
It's in a general chat. So tell me when we're. Alright, so honestly, the video starts out really tame, right? Just making out. But the thing is, the only downside is it starts off with immediate unbuttoning of the pants, right? So to show you, she's on her knees on the couch, and he's like on his knees also, and he's like a little bit taller. They're kissing, and then she's unbuttoning his pants.
You're missing the
That's-
most important part, though.
That's uncomfortable.
Her boobs are already out.
Yeah, no. I'm getting there. He's like already grabbing her boobs, and her nips are already out, and she's laughing. And his tongue is already like, he's licking her nips right now, and not even like. She's like breathing hard, like she's like, she's like confused on what to do next.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I do see myself in Trisha.
So basically, what she's doing, she's like screaming, and he hasn't even like touched her yet. She's like,
Okay.
Look, you're about to get this rated X. I don't know how.
I don't know how to commentate this. So they're making out right now. Her boobs are out. And
Is he jacking himself off? I'm sorry, I'm watching the video right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's like,
Nick, are you watching the video?
Yes, I am.
I'm watching it, bro.
Okay, let's hear some male commentary. What's going on, guys?
So far, it really only focuses on the guy.
Basically, it looks like he's fisting her, but
okay, let's go.
From this angle, but he's not. It just like he's like going really hard with his arms, and then she's like leaning back, and he's sucking her nips. That's like the video.
Why is he recording her? I don't get it.
Is this the whole video? Do they not have the segs?
No, they do.
No, they do.
You have to like skip through it, but
okay, he just took his shirt off.
Okay, I have 2 seconds because I can't watch this. I'm sorry. It's a lot to process.
Okay, now she's doming him. He's standing on the couch though, and she's on her.
It's a little.
And she's on her knees, and yeah, so it's like a funny.
Oh my god, this video is wild, bro. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, but this is bigger than like the pizza video porns. You know what I mean?
Like those.
And this is outside too. Like, what if the neighbor looked over?
Wait, what's going on? The commentary stopped.
Okay. So basically, he has his hand like on her head, like moving it very fast on his penis, like, and then she's like, oh fuck, and he's not even like, I don't know.
She gives head for maybe like 2 seconds and then stops.
Go.
Sounds like my ex.
Like, I don't know what's happening.
And now they're making out.
It's just like me for real.
She's so like out of breath though. She's like, to be honest.
I don't have any audio for this. I can't. But I feel like it just makes it that much funnier.
She's like, I feel like she's like moaning really loud to like hide the fact that she's tired.
Right.
She's like, you know what? She's like leaning back. She's like trying to catch her breath.
Bro, this is the most amount of cardio she's done ever in her life.
Creek.
It's literally her neck.
We're not fat shaming.
I'm sorry. I'm at the point where they're already fucking. And she's doing like no effort here.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for Milk to get to that point. We got our play-by-play commentator.
Holy shit! I just skipped to the end. Oh my god.
Okay, he's like hitting it from the back.
Okay.
He's hitting it from the back, and
are they decent strokes? Are they slow strokes?
No.
Strokes?
The strokes are basically him moving her ass back and forth. They're not like actual. and basically he's not stroking. She's like moving her ass, and then he like moves her ass. So it's like
okay. Did she move that thing though?
No. She's
doing nice with it.
Like she's not bouncing back. He's
like the ass isn't the ass. Okay, now he's like making out their ass.
Let's go.
Now he's jerking off and like kissing her ass.
Let's go.
now he's jerking off. Now he's just like.
He's like, is he just done with her?
No, she's breathing like really heavily, and then like periodically she like moan to cover it up. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah. Okay, now he's like moving her head back and forth when he's fucking her, and like it looks like her neck's about to dislocate. Looks like her neck's about to come out.
Imagine, bro.
Too funny.
His
landlines are low-key weird, though. Like, why is his leg that pale? This is what I'm focusing on.
Right.
So basically, she's making this noise.
Stop.
I want to hear you imitate the noise.
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my God, he's recording her.
Yeah.
No,
It's for his
recording.
OnlyFans.
Oh damn.
Okay, what is he doing with his toes?
Gotta stretch them.
Oh yeah, he's like, he's curling his toes.
He's more than just curling. He's
Feeling
like
that shit.
wiggling them.
Okay. Creek, you are a feet guy. Can you rate Trisha's feet for me?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Okay, hold on.
I moved forward a little bit. I don't do that. Don't ever do that, guys. Don't do that. Don't don't do that. Don't
I
do
just
that.
saw some.
Wait, what time is that?
Oh, there's
Guys,
yeah.
guys, let's skip the 10 minutes. Let's skip the 10 minutes to get there.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Bro, what the fuck?
Wait, what happened?
Okay, basically, Alan, like, she's motorboating him, and then he's like leaning back on the edge of the pool.
With his camera pointing at her face.
She's being his dick. And she's like out of breath the entire time.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. I didn't know that the entire video was outside. This is crazy.
it is.
Oh, that is
It's
so
in the pool.
awkward, bro.
And it's like,
This guy did not shave. He did not give a fuck.
No, he really did not.
Yeah, why is he doing that with his toes?
Curling toes. Oh, her
he just
feet,
like
right.
he just
Hold
gave
on.
up. He's just recording her at this point. He just does not give a fuck. He's just like, yeah, suck my dick.
So, do you think that the guy, the Pisces,
I don't know. I mean, he could be. Okay, so her feet, they're like really chubby. They look like
Of course, Creek, you pick up on her fucking feet.
No, because Alan Haas.
That says a lot about you, Creek.
No, Alan Haas. I wouldn't just.
Okay.
so what do you rate them out of 10, Creek?
Is this recent?
They're like.
No, this is
I
not
don't know.
recent. She doesn't look. It doesn't look up to date.
The feet guy, Creek. Rate her feet out of 10.
Like
Oh my
a strong
God.
7.
Strong. A strong 7, okay.
This guy looks so into it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, this is so gross.
It's crazy that this is happening
She's not
outside.
even, like, why? Okay, okay. Like, she's like moving back and forth, scooting on. She's like, scooting. Like, there's no, like, I don't know, it's very.
It's not up
Like,
and down.
And then he has to move his legs to get her up. Like, he has to move his legs, like, at an angle to get his dick inside. Like,
Whoa.
okay, it's kind of gluttony.
This foot thing is really off-putting, guys.
Y'all love this man's feet.
No, if you saw it, you would understand. They're really moving
No,
kind
at
of
the
weird.
start- the fucking
Alan, you have to watch. Like, his feet are like,
They got a
like
mind
when
of
he
its own.
strokes, his feet move at the same pace.
What point of the video are you at?
I'm at
What time
missionary.
marker?
Oh.
12:32.
I'm
Okay,
about to
okay.
get
32.
12:32. They're not doing missionary.
Look at the toes, bro. Look at the toes.
And who's? But this is not missionary. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this
Cowgirl.
isn't missionary milk.
No, cowgirl, I guess, whatever.
This is called the rough pigeon.
Did we get to the point where he brings out the fucking toy?
Not Mia, like, ruining the video. Like, you know what, though? That doesn't even look like that comfy of a sofa to be doing the nasty on.
It's literally for aesthetic purposes because the pool's there.
Yeah. That's not a
You
good
know what
idea.
I want-
It's gonna get wet.
I
Her
want,
moaning,
like,
her
behind the
moaning
scenes
sounds
of
so
this, like,
uncomfortable.
in between every clip where they had to have pushed this couch like to the fucking water.
It is, bro, the missionary part is crazy. I'm not going to lie, bro. The way that she's, like, waddling around, crazy.
Does she have any? Does she done like any plastic surgery, or is
Yes,
that her
yes, yes.
natural body?
No. Okay, so
She's
I think
gotten a boob job.
the boob job is a botched boob job. She's also had some sort of vaginal reconstruction to make her pussy tighter. I think she might have had some sort of a BBL-ish type thing, or like lipo or something along those lines.
I think she's definitely had lipo.
Oh my god, she said go harder, he slapped her.
No.
It was a light slap. It was a very light slap.
Go harder.
Well, though, it's got to be like difficult to be able to use the toy on her and slap her at the same time.
This is so depressing.
This video is the problem with capitalism.
Did she just?
Ew, Alan, do you see that? Like he's like grabbing her boob.
Yeah.
I can't. I think she squirted? Question mark. I can't tell.
Oh no, she's into it.
I think she's most into it when she's just laying there doing absolutely fuck ass nothing.
I feel that.
I respect the hustle.
Honestly, like, you know.
I feel her though. Like,
honestly, like, and he's just jerking his shit. You know? Oh no, he's eating her out.
is he having trouble like keeping himself hard?
Maybe that's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be funny. Like,
I mean, to me, I feel like
these Trisha Paytas can't get you hard. That
might be why he's jerking himself off all the time.
this video is like 20 minutes long, but there's also so many cuts in it. Like, they've been going at it for a long time.
I like that he's like jumping up and down towards the end, fucking her. He's like literally jumping up and down.
This was throughout the course.
she's not doing anything. She's not doing anything. She's just literally laying there.
She's not
Okay. At a point, it's like, what do y'all think she should be doing, bro? Like cartwheels? Like
Literally, like or like I don't know, like
she's getting fucked missionary. Like, what is she to do? What does Miss Trisha do?
wrap her legs around him or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never had sex, guys, so I don't think I can really give much input here.
I
feel like she's-
Yeah. Neither
What?
have I.
Ew! Oh my god!
Neither have I.
He's grabbing her belly now. He's just grabbing the belly.
Shut up, Max. Shut up. Shut up.
He's like, belly.
God, he's jumping.
You know what I feel though? I feel like okay, like there's been like days where like I've hung out with a girl all day and we just like did the nasty. Like, you know, like people swallow and I'm like concerned. I'm like, if you swallow enough nut, does that like fuck with your digestive system?
Oh, that was my
No.
doctor.
Why would you say that?
I just wonder, like, what if you don't eat anything and like all you're consuming is nut all day?
I think it's like as long as the person's hydrated, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
I think it's like the same as all food. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that nothing, but
Who's like moving her fat?
he reaches for his phone again.
Gotta text the boys. Gotta text the Warzone group chat.
You won't believe who I just spoke.
Oh, he's having her record now.
This is like I swear to God, this is the shit that Creek be doing when we be trying to tell him to get on Warzone.
What?
He's got his phone at the pool. He's fucking some girl. You don't got any time for us.
Yeah, no, he's definitely like having a hard time staying hard.
Yeah, no, and if you look at the end, yeah, I really think that...
We're not skipping to the end. We're watching this all the way through.
Wait, what did she say? Wait, what did she say at the end? She said close up, and then he pointed at her. Wait. So like, I think he's recording for her.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me listen.
Ew, I did not need to see this, guys. I do not need this close up. What the fuck? I'm disturbed.
Hold on. It looks like
Ew.
her boobs are about. It looks like her boobs are about to pop.
No, ew. I'm actually really uncomfortable right
Wait,
now.
wait.
I think
What
I'm
the-
gonna actually throw up. She's literally playing with her fucking discharge. Like, that is not fucking nut. That's literally just discharge.
Are you sure?
Oh my
that's
fucking-
crazy.
That's not nut.
No, it's discharge. That doesn't even look like that. That shit's thick and fucking like goddamn.
Yo.
I didn't want to see
That
that.
shit was crazy, bro.
I didn't want to see that. As soon as I like went to the end of the video, I saw the white line in her vagina. I'm like, no, bruh. No.
Obviously, it's not his nut. He didn't fucking nut.
I think you're right.
Bro. I didn't get to the end, bro. I seen like a little bit of the discharge and I had to cut the shit off because it was super grody. What is this picture of Trisha in general?
That's her and her husband.
Oh, is that Moses?
Yeah.
The guy. So is the porno done?
Yeah.
Alright. Would you guys rate it out of 5?
0.
2.
2.
That's on me.
Guys, I think I might have to give it a solid 4.
Okay. I think, yeah, I would give it a 5 because there's a lot of
What?
entertainment. There's a lot going on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of
There is a lot
entertainment
going on.
aspects.
It's not like a boring video. His toes are funny. Like, can't even look.
Yeah.
What is...
Okay, it's
And
hold up. Are we rating it as in like its porno aspect or like the entertainment value?
Oh, however,
Because
It's overall.
entertaining, I'm gonna put it at least like a 7.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Would not watch again.
I would.
feel like-
I'm actually gonna bookmark it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I
I
wouldn't
feel
watch
like
it to
it's
like.
a good
watch
video
it-
to watch with your friends. Though.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I was about to say. I was
It
gonna say
is,
I
it
wouldn't
is.
watch it to get off, but I
would.
definitely want to show my friends this video.
Oh yeah. Okay, guys. Make sure everybody watching, make sure you find this Trisha porn video and send it to all of your friends, all your family, your coaches, your lawyers. Send
Send
it
it
to
to your
them.
pastor while you're at it.
So before we close the episode, Mia, one of the last episodes that you were here for was the abortion episode. Since then, Roe v. Wade has occurred. What are your thoughts,
Oh.
Mia?
You
Be
know,
honest.
I do not believe that Roe v. Wade should have been overturned. I think that's really fucked up. And that
Period.
the U.S. didn't know. Like the U.S. is honestly just like going back a lot. And you don't have to like. You don't even have to be pro-choice to be like, oh yeah, that's like a fucked up law. You know what I mean?
You kind of do.
Yeah.
I don't.
We're going
think
back to the
so.
dark ages.
Oh, Roe v. Wade isn't even just about abortions. It's about like your privacy and medical decisions.
Here we go. These fucking
No.
liberals making this shit up.
Okay, literally go fuck yourself. This is supposed to be about Trisha Paytas, okay? I think that we should have the like abortion episode 2.0.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Mia. They're not ready for the conversation. Listen,
It's gonna
listen.
be abortion 2.0. Should
No,
Trisha
bro, we're
have
not
killed
doing
the
that.
baby? Should Trisha have killed the baby? We can do a series called "Should They Have Killed the Baby?" And then we
Can
can
we?
just like get
Wait,
births
I
over
was gonna
time.
say something. That's fucked. I don't know. Can I add my like? Can we add personalized people to this? Cause like, listen,
Absolutely.
I have a
Absolutely.
friend, and I'm just saying that
What?
I like maybe like her daughter shouldn't be alive. I heard that's how
Whoa. Okay.
I'm talking.
Off topic. Can we agree though that capitalism is toxic?
Yeah, we can agree with that. No, hold up. Without capitalism, would Trisha Paytas be the person she was today? I don't think so.
She'd be a better person. She'd be a better
Yeah.
person, sis. And that's on period. And I think the reason that Trisha Paytas is the way that she is because the capitalist system failed her. Max, end the episode.
Max
Wait,
on
hold
the
on.
episode.
Is Trisha Paytas pregnant right now?
Yeah,
She's
she is.
pregnant, right? Okay.
Okay, capitalism is toxic. Max, end it.
Capitalism toxic. End it. That's it. Capitalism toxic. That's how we're ending this.
Yep, stop the episode. Fuck
Okay.
capitalism.
Fuck capitalism. Bye. Bye,
Fuck
guys.
capitalism. Yeah.